that takes such an effort to break. And so when you are such a young child, how are you going to do anything other than like fall in line and play your role? And then eventually when you have some more autonomy, then you'll be able to look back and be like, what would I have changed about that dynamic?
Right.
But until you have that, there's nothing you can really do. And I think something that could be really relatable to the audience watching is like, it makes me think back to that word mature as a young girl. Like, you shouldn't have to be mature at such a young age. So when you are given that validation that makes you feel like you're in the inner circle of adults, it's intoxicating. But what it really is, when you get older, you look back, you're like, that's really fucking dangerous to tell a young woman, like, you're so mature, you're so strong. It's like, but should I have had to be that mature and strong? Like, did you ever feel like, why am I carrying a lot of this weight? Like, when did that click for you? Because I'm assuming it did.
It absolutely did. It manifested physically before it did with like full conscious awareness. So a lot of my symptoms were full-blown panic attacks, multiple a day, chronic people-pleasing. The words no, like the way my body would just like literally like contortion in a sense if I like really felt to know and I had to say it. And most times I would fold and I'd be like, okay, well, maybe not. Like, because I'd see the reaction on the other side. Growing up in this industry longer than I've ever not been doing it, it was like the perfect storm. So it starts within the household, right? The four walls that I grew up in, but then the conditioning that happens in the industry, it's very rewarding when you start to gain success for being such a chronic people pleaser, because you're like, wow, you love me. You choose me when I'm doing what you want me to do.
But what you're also, though, saying, Becky, is like you grew up in a place where you were people pleasing.
Yeah,
so
how
like,
many times did I have to say yes?
Right. So no wasn't really
it wasn't
part.
really an option. It didn't feel like it.
Can you also talk about, you mentioned earlier, which I think so many people will relate to, is also the added level of complexity of being the eldest daughter.
Oh, girl, you want to get into birth order theories? We could do that. We can do all of attachment theories. I am definitely someone who I think in the beginning was like, oh, I'm just an empath. Like that just is, like, and I am. I am somebody who chooses to lead with kindness and awareness around how someone is allowed to feel, how they want to feel, even if it doesn't align with where I'm at. But that's like the progress part that I've gotten to. If we rewind a few years ago, I was like, oh, I have to be a self-sacrificer. I have to give up mine for the greater good. I have to, think logically and not about how I actually feel. And I think a lot of firstborns feel that way. But what's cool about learning about birth order theory, because I'm the oldest of four and I will stand 10 toes down for my brothers and my sister. I'm so thankful that they exist and they are my best friends.